Two of these fields are required. So let's see if it will run. Yeah, see now location field is required. Now that's where the problem is. When you're using this data, you will need an additional field for the location. Now we do not have the location price data. So let us see if we have any location data set. Let's see. Okay, let us import. Let's open a new stream. Out here, I'm going to add fixed file. Let's see what comes up here. Let's click edit. Click on the stated location. Okay, now this is not coming up, is it? Let's use it as an Excel file. But having a relevant data set here that we can pick. Let us pick one of our old files. I'll click edit. I'll come here. Let's open the housing price index. Filter, no types, read values. Apply, and I click OK. Fine. So out here, let us attach an output. Let us attach a model. PCM model. We apply and attach here. Let's see. Connect. Custom field assignments, right? Target is what? All India. The candidate inputs. For the candidate inputs, I'm selecting Bangalore for target and input. We don't have them, and we don't have any forced inputs. Let's have Mumbai as a forced input, or Delhi will have it as a forced input. I'm leaving all the remaining options as is. I apply and let's see. Click OK. I click from here. A valid time and date stamp must be specified. Now we are having an issue with the time and the date factor. Let's click on this and see where is it. There are other, let's try with 2 steps. AS. What are the predictors here? Mumbai, Delhi, Bangalore, Ahmedabad. Let's see if I can give us predictor inputs. What are the build options? Feature tree criteria, Euclidean. Yeah, they are leaving all these as the default setting. Do not standardize. Put in what are the model specifications? We are leaving it as is. And what we are seeing here is, let us click on model options and annotations. Yeah, we'll leave it at that. Let's click apply and I click OK. Right click on that and I click run. Let's see what output does it. That is a small problem. Let's see if it's going to execute it faster. Yeah, it's running. The node is running. You can see here it's running 2-step node here. Okay, great. Now it has generated a nugget that you are seeing here. Let's right click on that. Click on edit. Yes. Now, see, what do we see here? We can see the file is providing us the different options that are available. Generating the modeling mode. You can click on view, you click on insert, format, preview. So these are the different settings that they have provided us with. Okay, and you can insert a text, a new title, new heading. So these are the settings that generally come. So they will always depend on the type of output node you are using and generating. Most of the previous outputs that we have generated, they were a bit dry in terms of the options that are available as and that are available at output levels. So I click on settings. It is going to ask default score using server scoring adapter, score outside of the database. So this is fine. It can have its inbuilt default settings, so that's fine. Fine. So let's come here and we can save this output. We can also export this output. So suppose if I click on export output, because as I showed here, we'll be wanting to export and save output also. Oops, where is it now? Click on export output and apply. Okay. So here we can see there is an output here. No, it has exported, but where is it exported? Let's quickly take a look at stated locations. It's not showing up over here. Actually, on this and run from here. Run executable nodes, of course. Come here, click on this, click edit. Can save this. So I'm saving this output here first. Two-step ASCs are the node files as they are saying. From live sessions, SPSS Modeler day 7. Two-step AS for what? For tracking noise. Housing price index. Clicking save it. So the same is now saved over here. Click on edit. Now, fine. So after you have done this, there are additional options that get activated after setting or saving the file. You can also export as a PMML. You can also publish for server scoring adapter. But for us, saving the output is also as much important. So if you click on save output, it will tell you where to save and what to save. Format, right? It's housing price index. It's the viewer file, viewer output that we wanted to look at. Saving that. And then I click on edit. So we can see paste special. These are the additional options that are available over here. If I click on outline, you can promote or you can demote also. What are the options that are now available here? Yeah. So these are the different model specification options that are available over here. Now you can see the pivot table model specifications. So suppose if I click on pivot, I can transpose rows and columns also. So if I click on transpose row and column, you see this is how it changes. Okay. So again, what is this? Yeah. So that window is now hiding the other one. Yeah. And if I click on again a pivot, transpose rows and columns, it will be arranged in this format. Now I'm not going into the much detailing of the model specifications. Out here, I'm more interested in y'all understanding the graphical user interface. So, and then I click on insert. I can also select view toolbars, select file, you can close, you can format this over here, you can auto fit. And out here we can see this is the general area on which you can provide the column bits, row dimension labels. There is also area format, much the same way we see it in case of Microsoft Word. There are borders that you can format, cell format is possible, notes, superscript, subscript. So this is interesting. This is how you print options. Let's select on that. You can select all the layers. You can also rescale width, white table to fit page, and also anyway, we'll cancel this. You can select the format table looks. Pivot is already being done. Pivoting trays. So you can decide what you want to, how you want to pivot the trays. So fine. This is how your pivot table model specification would appear as or look like. And I'll close this window here. So here this model is already evident that we have generated for two-step AS. Thereafter, what you can also do is you can generate modeling node on that. Yeah, see, we have also generated another modeling node over here but we don't want it, so I'll delete that. Click on view, you can click on insert, click on preview. So when you preview this, it will show you the different data that you have. So it's something that we already done earlier also. So it's and you click. These are the important extra outputs. It's a very important output that we have generated. If you are using this on a regular basis, this is a very useful model. After that, you can insert a new text also. You can insert the text over here. Which specification is it for? Price index. This is for what? This is yeah, two-step AS, right? That's the model here with two-step AS. In this, I'm clicking on the model, click on file, save, output. Yeah, so that's the output that we have. I'm saving it, it'll overwrite it. Yes, you will have to change that. So this is how you work on outputs that are generated for two-step AS, the output nugget of two-step AS. Likewise, we could have also used k-means also we can use. You can also use two-step. Constructs a two-step clustering model. So let's bring it here, right click, connect it here and bring it here. And coming back here, we have also taken care of the pivot tables and the options. We have also been exported output export. We have also exported the output and we also saved the output. So fine, let's right click on this, edit. Yes, now it's asking for the fields. Now this is slightly different. What are the input fields that we want? Well, we want Mumbai, Bangalore, Ahmedabad, one Jaipur, Kanpur also. I click apply, I click OK. Partition, well, you can use a quarter as a partition. What is a model? No, once again, I'm retaining the default settings and the default contents that they have there. I click apply and I click OK. Let us drag these and place it over here somewhere. Now I'm going to run this particular output modeling. I'm going to run this particular modeling node. So right click on that. And yes, I click on run. Too few valid cases to build required number of clusters. Now that was going to happen. So let's click on edit. We need to move people out here. It seems a little all of them. Apply. Okay. You don't need quarter, so I'll delete the quarter. Let's see, apply, and I click OK. And now if it's going to run, right click and click run. Yes, again. So of course we don't have as many valid cases for building the clusters. So that type of error was on expected lines. Right. So going to omit this one. After the, so typically based on your understanding and interest, you can select any of these modeling nodes, supervised or association or the segmentation ones also. You can also use a priori. karma, SQL sequence, and the association rules, which are of the association types models. The supervised ones, there is a longer list, of course. If we select random forest, let's see what happens. Right click, connect. Right click, edit. So now we need to set the target also. So custom, we'll select the custom field assignment here. The target is for all India. And all other predictors, Mumbai, not Mumbai, let's select Bangalore. Let us select Kanpur. Let us select Kochi, and let us also select Jaipur. All right, I'll select them as predictors. Build options. Let us stick with the custom settings. Again, once again, the options and the annotations are much the same. I click apply. I click OK. Now, again, once as you've seen it earlier, also once you provided the fields settings properly and correctly, the file name changes here. So I should run all files. Right click. I'll scroll down to run, and I click run. So when this particular section is running, yeah, it is set. Now there out here we have generated another nugget, a model nugget. Let's right click on that. Let's click on edit. Now again, this is the output that we have generated. Settings, the summary is also provided. They have the annotations. If I click on file, it's asking me. Now see again, like I said earlier also, depending upon the model you use, the outputs will change and vary. Okay, you can export the output, you can save the output, you can export as a text summary, you can also export as a HTML summary, you can export as a PMML. If I click on edit, and these are the options that get activated. If you want edit content, yes, I click in viewer. So this is the viewer that we have. So you can edit any content that you want here. Anyway, I'll close it. We are not making any additions here. We are not editing anything here. I click on generate. You can generate a model to palette. You can filter node. Inputs are not used. Click on view. Click on insert format preview. When you click on preview, it will throw you the first and outputs of the given data set. So I click OK. And that is the output that we have here. What next? Well, I'll save and export. I'll export this. So I'm exporting this text as what? As a summary. So all India text files again. So this is something that we also wanted to take a look at, although it's not part of our today's course contents. Generally, we export whatever is available to us simply because it can help us in minimizing the overall file size also. Now, when you send it as a text file, it will hardly be like 5, 10 KB, 15, 20, 25 KBs. So let's save this. You can also save it as an HTML, which I don't want to. So this is how your output was being generated. I'll close this window. So depending, you can see here, depending upon the model, you generate the model nuggets also, and then your output processing changes accordingly, which is not a bad thing to happen. Again, let's come here. You can select what. You can create a super node out of it also. You can also conduct the data mapping. We've not done all this earlier. Then in one of our sessions, I'll see if there's a chance I'll take these features also. Fine. So let us save this. Yeah, this is what housing index. Housing price index. Yes, saving this. So this is how you create or export or take care of the pivot tables that are needed for your file data that you pick or select. What more can we do here? Yeah, we can go for, yeah, see now here also it's the same thing. So when you click on these menus, which is something that we had discussed earlier also. Okay, you can see that these are the features that are available over here. You can create nodes. Now we'll not come to super nodes and nodes. So let's click on options. Yeah, there are system options, user options, helper applications. So this is how typically you work with the outputs. So once you have generated the output, these will be needed. These are the set of features that will come into play. Interactive output. Now we have not gone to interactive output yet, but suppose if I come on output and I select on what do we do out here for analysis. Let's see if this is going to work, because we do not have any specific node. Let's right click on this and click run. Yeah, unable to execute analysis. No matching pairs of target and predictor fields are found. Anyway, we've not prepared this analysis node anyway. So yeah, we do not have any of them. So if I were to select only port or all, okay. Apply and I click OK. Now let's run. Yeah, again, it's not able to find. So, okay, depending upon the different types of outputs that you will be using, the corresponding formatting will change in accordance. Now, let us suppose that if I were to pick SimFit, now source node that can generate realistic synthetic data, showing the detailed distribution and variability of a target field, using Python for Park or R syntax. Now, what happens? Let's see over here. Because we do not have any let us edit it. Yeah, now we do not have a syntax out here, the console output or the output annotations. We do not have any specific R syntax over here that we can use. So we might not be able to use this extension. We'll delete this. Let us see what's there for KDE simulation. Click on edit. Custom signs. Yeah, we can use predefined rules also, not a problem. Keeping all the, now it's a simulation, so like it could take some bit more amount of time. But anyway, let's try it. Right click and I click run. It's running this simulation. Now again, see, okay, it's showing us the simulation that it is running. Since it's a simulation, it could take a little longer. That is the only concern I have. Check for the resources getting used. Yeah, the resources are getting used are slightly higher. Now we can see here that since we had activated only KDE solution, out here the green line that we are seeing here, it is meaning it is running only this particular process. It's not running the other two output nodes. It does look like it'll take slightly longer because it is a simulation output. So finally it does generate an output. And see, what do we see here? KDEGEN, right? Now that is a nugget, probably not nugget, but it's an output. So like let's click on edit and see what shows up. Okay, there are settings, filters, and types. Click on read values. I click OK. The read values will come up over here. Oops, that is not good. Okay, it didn't take too long, unfortunately. And I click apply. I click OK. There are executable nodes, so connect a target node such as export, output, or modeling node. So what we did is we generated the simulation here, okay, and then we generated its simulations output. Out here also we generated the model nugget, but it is asking us for some of the output or export node. Okay, so okay, wait, let's run it. Yeah, connect a target node such as export, output, or modeling node to your flow. So out here we need to connect some modeling or export. So let us export this as what? As a flat file. Right click, connect it. Now if I'm running this, Now this is the output that has been generated. Okay, and if you want, you can publish this, or you can also put it on these lines. So let us apply it. Export file where, but we'll save it as at. For what? For housing price index. I'm saving this. Click apply and I click OK. So okay, we can see this is the output that it has generated. Let's click on view data. That's a bit tricky because every now and then it is see. Now out here we are seeing that the output has been generated. Whilst the output was generated, we are also now getting to view the data. If you click on this spreadsheet, this is the data that it generated. Okay. What is this output that we have generated? Well, that is the model that we had run, the KD simulation that we had run. I'm not going into the details of KD simulation and such things. So similarly, if I attach any output to this nugget, what do you want to attach? Any output node that we can attach here. Let's attach data audit. Let us take a difficult one. Let us create a matrix. Okay, I'm connecting this with what? This matrix. Rows is quarter, columns is nothing. Let's have it as quarters. Appearance, annotations. Apply, click OK. Now let's run this and see what's going to turn up. Yeah, they're identical. We cannot be identical. So let's edit and select none. Apply. OK. Right click. Run again. Not being specified. So some of the incomplete data will not give us the desired output. So that is also one thing that we'll have to understand.